Have you ever heard the saying, food can be the most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison? That quote comes from Dr. Mark Hyman, a leading voice in functional medicine, and it's not just a clever turn of phrase. It's a quiet but powerful truth. Because sometimes, the foods that feel comforting, that taste amazing, that have been part of our kitchens for years, might be doing harm in ways we don't immediately see. Here's something to consider. The foods we trust the most could be silently affecting our brain, especially the part that holds our most precious memories. And often, by the time we notice something's off, a little forgetfulness here, a bit of fog there, the deeper effects may already be underway. As someone who's worked closely with people across 4 continents, I've noticed something again and again. Memory loss isn't just something that comes with age. More often than not, it's nudged, or even sped up, by the very things we eat each day. Trusted institutions like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School have pointed to a clear link. Certain everyday ingredients, especially those hiding in packaged and processed foods, may shrink the memory center of the brain over time. It's a slow process, often unnoticed, one sip, one bite, one meal at a time. But here's the encouraging part. We can do something about it. Today, I'll gently walk you through 5 foods that could be quietly affecting your memory. And don't worry, this isn't about fear or guilt. It's about awareness, about knowing what to avoid, and just as importantly, what to embrace. I'll also share simple, delicious swaps that support your brain and help keep you feeling focused, independent, and full of clarity for years to come. Before we start, I'd love to know, what's one memory you cherish, the one you never want to lose? Maybe it's a child's giggle, the joy of a wedding day, the way a favorite song makes you feel. Feel free to share in the comments. You never know, your story might inspire someone else to make a healthy change today. Now, let's begin where many of us least expect it. Processed meats, a hidden threat to your memory. Picture this: bacon sizzling in the morning, a deli sandwich during a busy day, or the cozy taste of sausages on a Sunday brunch. These feel like staples, familiar, satisfying, maybe even nostalgic. But there's a side to them many of us don't see. Processed meats like bacon, ham, sausages, and cold cuts often contain chemicals such as nitrites, along with something called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. Don't worry about the technical terms. Here's what really matters. They promote inflammation. The quiet, creeping kind that lingers in the body and eventually reaches the brain. And your brain? It really doesn't like inflammation. When inflammation sets in, it's like static interrupting a clear phone call. Signals between brain cells get crossed, conversations get dropped, and slowly, our memory starts to slip. At first, it might be little things, a name on the tip of your tongue, a detail you can't quite recall. But over time, it builds. A long-term study out of the University of Leeds revealed something surprising. Even just 25 grams of processed meat a day, less than 2 slices of ham, was linked to a 44% higher risk of developing dementia. That's nearly a 1 in 2 chance, from something many people eat without a second thought. Now here's the hope. You don't have to sacrifice taste to protect your memory. Try this instead. Swap in grilled salmon, which is packed with omega-3s, nutrients your brain loves. Or build your sandwich with roasted chickpeas or creamy avocado. These options aren't just nourishing. They're satisfying, flavorful, and far gentler on your body. Each small change you make adds up. Bit by bit, you're building a kind of shield for your brain. One that helps preserve your clarity, your energy, and the moments that matter most. Number 2. Margarine, a healthy swap that isn't so healthy after all. For years, margarine was sold as the guilt-free cousin of butter, a safe, smart choice for your morning toast or evening dinner rolls. But here's something you might not have heard. Beneath that creamy texture lies a hidden risk, especially for your brain. Margarine is often loaded with trans fats, artificially created fats designed to extend shelf life and preserve flavor. The problem? These trans fats don't just burden your heart. They also interfere with your brain's ability to stay sharp and responsive. Inside your brain, there's a special protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it as your brain's gardener, gently trimming, repairing, and nurturing the neural pathways that support memory and clear thinking. But when trans fats enter the picture, BDNF levels drop, and your brain begins to lose the support it needs. Research has shown that lower levels of BDNF are closely linked to slower thinking, memory lapses, and an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases, including Alzheimer's. A major study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism confirmed that diets high in trans fats can dramatically reduce BDNF, and that could explain why cognitive decline seems to progress faster in people who consume them regularly. But here's the empowering part. You have better options, ones that taste amazing and nourish your brain at the same time. Try spreading avocado on your toast, or drizzle some extra virgin olive oil onto roasted veggies or whole grain bread. These natural fats aren't just delicious. They support healthy inflammation responses and help keep your brain's communication systems running smoothly. As neurologist Dr. David Perlmutter puts it, choosing the right fats can be the most powerful strategy to protect your brain. And just like that, a small choice becomes a big step toward long-term clarity and peace of mind. Number 3, soda, a sweet sip with a sour side. Let's talk about soda, that bubbly, sugary drink that often feels like an easy little indulgence. But what seems like a treat can quietly wear away at your brain's ability to function. Even just one can a day can send your blood sugar soaring. That sudden spike causes your insulin levels to jump, and over time, your brain starts responding less and less to insulin. That's a problem, because insulin isn't just about blood sugar. It also plays a critical role in keeping your brain alert and focused. When the brain becomes insulin resistant, the result is often mental fog, scattered focus, and, eventually, more serious memory challenges. In fact, some researchers have begun to refer to Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes because of this strong insulin connection. And if you're thinking, okay, but I drink diet soda, that might not be the solution either. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame have been linked in studies to increased anxiety, mood swings, and even cognitive decline, especially in older adults. One study from the University of Texas suggested that these chemicals may disrupt neurotransmitters, those tiny messengers that keep our mood balanced and our memory sharp. But once again, there's a brighter path forward. Instead of soda, try a glass of cold water infused with fresh berries and mint. It's naturally sweet, hydrating, and full of brain-friendly antioxidants. Or unwind with an herbal tea made from ginkgo biloba or rosemary, both shown to naturally support memory and mental clarity. You don't have to give up enjoyment. You just need to make it work with your brain, not against it. Number 4, fried foods. Crispy on the outside, cloudy on the inside. Let's be honest. Few things feel as comforting as the golden crunch of fries, fried chicken, or onion rings. That crispy texture hits all the right spots, at least for a moment. But here's something most people don't realize. What feels good going down might be quietly draining your brain power. Yellow square. So what's really going on in fried foods? Many are cooked in highly refined vegetable oils that, when heated to high temperatures, break down into toxic compounds. These damaged fats release free radicals and neurotoxins, the kind that don't just hurt your body. They can actually sneak through your brain's protective barrier and start damaging memory-critical cells. If you've ever felt sluggish or foggy after a greasy takeout meal, it's not just your imagination. Your brain feels what you feed it. Brain and after 60? This matters even more. Our brains become more sensitive to oxidative stress and inflammation as we age. Fried foods pour gasoline on that fire, increasing brain fog, slowing recall, and even raising the risk of conditions like Alzheimer's. One study from Nutritional Neuroscience found that older adults who ate more fried food showed reduced memory performance and smaller brain volume. But this isn't about giving up joy. It's about smart, simple shifts. Sparkles, try this instead. Use an air fryer or oven bake your favorites in olive or avocado oil. These healthy fats are rich in brain-supportive compounds that keep your neural networks agile and protected. Want to level up the brain boost? Add spices like turmeric, with curcumin for inflammation, or rosemary, proven to support focus and recall, even from its scent. Try this. Toss sweet potato wedges with olive oil, turmeric, and sea salt. Roast until golden and crisp. Your brain and taste buds will thank you. Because the goal isn't to give up crunch, it's to keep the clarity. White bread, soft, familiar, and silently draining your focus. White bread may feel like the simplest, most comforting choice. Toast in the morning, sandwiches at lunch. It's familiar, quick, and easy. But here's the truth. What's easy on your plate isn't always easy on your brain. When you eat white bread, it turns almost immediately into sugar in your bloodstream. That quick sugar spike is followed by a crash, and both send waves of inflammation through your body, including the very parts of your brain that control memory and focus. Light bulb, why does this matter? Chronic inflammation damages the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. The result? Slower recall, poor focus, and mental fatigue. And over time, repeated blood sugar crashes can affect sleep, mood, and overall cognitive function. Harvard research has linked diets high in refined carbs to increased risk of dementia and poor memory performance, especially in older adults. But you can make a better choice, easily and deliciously. Sheaf of rice, switch to whole grains like sprouted bread, oats, or quinoa. These contain fiber and B vitamins that slow sugar release, reduce inflammation, and fuel your brain evenly throughout the day. Because your brain deserves steady, supportive energy, not a roller coaster. Your memory is more than just recall. It's who you are. Your memory is your story. It holds your voice, your relationships, your joys. It's your identity, tucked into thousands of tiny moments. Yes, aging is natural, but memory loss doesn't have to be. According to the Alzheimer's Association, up to 40% of dementia cases could be delayed or even prevented with simple lifestyle changes, especially around the food we eat. Shield, every bite you choose with intention becomes protection. Every habit you upgrade becomes a small shield around the names, faces, and moments that matter most. So, tell us, which of these 5 surprising brain saboteurs caught you off guard? Was it the soda? The margarine? Something you didn't expect? Backhand index pointing down, share in the comments one food you're ready to replace this week. Your answer might be the nudge someone else needs to start their own journey. And if this video gave you clarity or a spark of courage, please hit the like button. It helps us reach more people with tips that could change lives. Subscribe for more practical, science-backed guidance to stay sharp, strong, and independent beyond 50. Research from Neurology and the Journal of Nutrition shows that consistent healthy choices truly can boost memory, mood, and long-term brain health. You're not alone. You're not powerless. You're on a journey, and we're here to walk with you. Brain, let's protect your mind. Together, one smart choice at a time.